Good afternoon. I say afternoon because it's 3:30. It is Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Sleep. I am not going to sleep with my husband right now until his gut issues get figured out because he's miserable and he's miserable in bed and it's keeping me up. So I told him this morning I'm going to start sleeping on the couch till his guts purge. Talking about his guts. At 2:30 today makes a total of 72 hours since he done the dewormer. And he's had no bowel movements. He is so bloated. And that's, I know, like I told him, I said, that's because you exploded them all, and there it is. Just all this toxin blowing you up. And now your body's trying to figure out how to pass it out, and it may not pass it out. I am not letting him do the colon cleanse yet that I'm on. That's working the greatest. I'm not having him on that until he figures out, till his body purges the medicine he took. Stupidly. I said, I did let him know because he brought it up. Well, I guess I'll end up doing an enema. He's done enemas before, people. Coffee enemas. And I am going to have to, he knows tomorrow night, if he's not purged up this dewormer since now over 72 hours, 73 now. Mosquitoes are horrible around here. So going on 73 hours, he's not had a bowel movement, not purged it out at all. I said, if you've not purged it out, then Friday afternoon, I'm going to kill that mosquito. It gets a little bit closer. We will give him a coffee enema and let that give him an enema Friday afternoon and maybe Saturday too, if he's not flushed this stuff out by this afternoon or at least in the morning. He's on a go for that. If he doesn't do it, he's going to do an enema. I said, I'm not going to give you a colon detox. I'm not even going to give you no more charcoal right now until we figure out why this isn't happening or if it's going to happen, if it's a delay in your body and your body's just taking forever to push all this out. So by this weekend, we're going to do some drastic measures. I told him if I have to, I will give him medicine to make him go. And I do have medicine due to my own gut issues that I can take when I can't have bowel movements or I'm constipated for days on end to take and will help give me one. And I said, you know, if I have to, I'll give him the medicine I take when I can't go for 2, 3, 4 days, and it'll make him go. So, and no, I'm not going to give him Castrol because he don't want Castrol. He don't want the Epsom salt capsules, the magnesium sulfate. He doesn't want any of that. So, if he's not done by tomorrow, if he hasn't done anything by tomorrow night, yeah, we're going to do enemas and purge this stuff out so we can give him a fresh, empty stomach to start on. That's him. So he's miserable. He's not sleeping right. He's miserable in his sleep and he's strung everywhere. So Mama is going to the couch starting tonight. The recliner, actually. Recliner couch. To sleep so I can get me some sleep. Today, I'm okay. It's my 4th day on my neurological medicine, and it has got me going. I just now took my 2nd dose of it, you know, which I have to. And I could tell the first one is coming down. I'm wearing off the first one, and it's like, okay, good. It's time to do the 2nd one. So I just did the 2nd one, and hopefully it should kick in within 45 minutes. I've not ate anything. I've just juiced all day, so it should kick in pretty quick. Because when it wears out, it's like my head starts shutting down, the tabs start closing, and I start getting tired. All I want to do when it comes to my bones, my right leg, I want to cut it off at night and sling it in the freezer so I can sleep. My right leg is giving me horrible trouble. The hot pins and needles finally stopped yesterday afternoon, but last night when I went to bed, which will be the last time I sleep on that bed till he gets better, I had a heating pad underneath on my bed, my leg laid on top of it, and then an ice pack that covered from my ankle up to halfway up my thigh, just so it was hot and cold, just so I could tolerate it. I did raise my turmeric today to an extra pill. She said to give it 3 to 4 days and see, and if it helps with the leg, but I still got this lower lumbar issue, I may want to raise it to 4 days. So right now, I mean, you really can't take too much turmeric. So right now, I just raised it from 2 to 3. So now I'm taking 2,000 milligrams, and I'm going to give it till, what is today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So by Sunday or Monday, I'll either stay on the 3 or I'll raise it to 4. And I mean, it recommends 3. I started small. 2's not helping. I'm just starting 3. If Sunday doesn't show any improvement on this leg, I'm going to have to raise it or I'm going to cut my leg off. Plain and simple. I do want to say the gift that Jamie sent, that rice, I don't know what's in that heat pack, ice pack thing that you sent me. I really don't. I don't think you even told me what was in that. That is the bomb to freeze. That thing stays cold forever. And the weight of it, because right now I'm wearing my compression knee. Right now, I just took my ankle one off because it's like, oh. So, the weight of it feels good and helps it. But I've either got my knee jacked up with my foot on the bed, my knee jacked up, or it's cocked, or I'm laying down on my back and they're underneath my butt. Just so the ice on top of my leg and the heat on low underneath it and the compression knee sock, it seems to ease it. And I've been on and off ice all day, to be honest, with this knee. My lumbar is still screaming at me, but I finally took my full spectrum, just the first dose. I'm supposed to do it twice a day, and I just took my first dose about an hour ago, so I didn't have to wear the lumbar wrap back brace, because it is a miserable thing to wear. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna do my full spectrum and see if it can ease some of the screaming lumbar, because I'm not sleeping right in bed. Like I said, I gotta have a pillow behind me, pillow in front of me, one between my legs. And with my husband being miserable, it's not happening. So, I wore my lumbar brace this morning, and then I took it off because it just, sometimes it straightens my lumbar up, and it just makes it worse than it was. So I've just decided I'm not going to finish wearing it today, and I took it off and did some full spectrum, and it's slowly kicking on my lumbar. My right leg is still screaming demon, and I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to put some ice on it because it needs it. It's having to stay. It's not swollen or inflamed on the outside, but I can feel the deep bone pain, the deep tissue pain in it, and it's miserable. So I don't know. And like I said, it stays through the day, but it gets worse 10 times over at nighttime. So I mean, I'm trying to stay all natural and not do any prescribed medications. I really don't want to go and get back on the gravy train of doctors prescribing me medicines. I really don't, because I feel better without having all those man-made chemicals put in my body. I just do. And I'm just trying to find my niche when it comes to the right leg and my lower lumbar. And right now, like I said, I've just raised my turmeric. I just now took about 30 minutes to an hour ago, my full spectrum first dose of the day, when I usually take it in the morning, but I took it later on. Because like I said, full spectrum's okay for me. It's THC and CBD, and it's legal. But I don't want to do the THC, so I've not been on that in a long time. And I want to stay away from that unless I go back into having the spinal strokes or the back seizures, the head issue, because it does calm it down. I will say that. the high THC and CBD, Charlotte's Web and Harley Quinn and all that does calm it, but I don't really want to do it. So I try and stay with the full spectrum of the legal you can get without having to go online and all that crap. So it's there, but I'm saving that, which tons of it. I'm saving that for the spinal strokes, the deep spasms, the focal issues, and all that. I will say, as far as focal seizures, focal migraines, they're not that bad this week. I mean, yeah, I'm still having to take maybe 2 Tylenol or ibuprofen or something like that. Aleve, migraine medicine, at least once a day to make sure. And I guess with the eucalyptus and the lavender, eucalyptus and the frankincense, which I've not done frankincense today because my mind, I'm on day 4 and my mind is, it's sleepy because the first dose of my brain neurological medicine was wearing off, so my brain's slowly shutting down, but it's waiting to get the second pill kicked in. But it has given me more, like a light switch turns on, goes whoop, here you go, here's your brain, or at least partial brain that you haven't seen in a while. And I'm just waiting for that to kick in. I did get all my bedding, thank you God, done yesterday, and I told my husband, I'm like, he came home and he's miserable, and I'm like, baby, you know I'm going to have to wash the blankets every day. He's like, well, can't you just throw a, or, because I have 2 covers. One that's the bed cover that slides over the bed, and the memory foam and zips up, and it's plastic and, yeah, it's a plastic one. And then I got a spare one. He's like, well, can't you just put that one on the top so you're not washing all these blankets every day? I'm like, yeah, I can, but I still will have to wash the sheet and the blanket you lay under. I will still have to wash the coverlet that covers the whole bedding every day. He's like, well, that's a 1 load versus 6 loads. I got a lot of bedding, guys. Trust me, like Jen, we got to make our concoctions up. And when you go to wash that concoction, it's a lot of washing. So, I don't know. I'm like, well, I may just do that and put you a PP sheet on there, you know, like for kids, those plastic fitted sheets. I told him I probably will just do that since I'm not going to be sleeping in there till his guts are done. He's so, that poor man, and I got my own issues I'm dealing with, but I'm so concerned about him because his constitution is not right. And you guys figure out what that means. And he's not like this, and he's just, it's so miserable. He don't, all he wants to do, like yesterday, he ate when he went to work, and he's like, baby, I couldn't eat nothing but a peanut butter sandwich. I'm like, what? You have all this food in there, and all you could eat was a peanut. He's like, I could only eat half of it. I drank a bottle of water. He's like, I'm so bloated and so miserable. So if anybody has any ideas about if you've ever done a dewormer, and instead of it pushing through your body, and it just, then all of a sudden it does backlash on you, where you, Monday I'm having bowel movements, and now I did this dewormer Tuesday, and I've not had a bowel movement in 73 hours. If you have any ideas besides the enema, because like I said, he's going to do that Friday night. Give me some ideas, because he is so miserable and so tight and so bulged. Oh, he's bloated and miserable. So, anybody has any ideas how to help if he's not purging this by tomorrow? Should have been today, should have been yesterday. And give me some ideas, because all he can do right now is Tums and Pepto-Bismol and Gas-X just to give him some belching relief. And he is miserable. Miserable. But, yesterday we had no humidity. It's comfortable. Today, it's majorly, you can feel the heat out here. There is no breeze, and if there is, it's not hitting me. It is like 86 degrees out here, and I can only imagine the feel-like part. It is miserable. I have given up coffee, hot coffee altogether, because now just taking sips of it, I was doing like 1 glass in the morning, 1 cup in the afternoon, sometimes maybe 3 total through the day. It immediately makes me nauseous, and it hits my stomach in the worst way. Makes me so sick and so nauseous. So I'm like, So I tried an iced coffee. Same thing. Coffee is coffee, except this is iced coffee. I just took the coffee, put it in the freezer, got it cold, and stuck it in the icebox, got it cold, and made a coffee, but it's iced. You know, like Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. That did not make me nauseous. It didn't make my stomach feel like I had a big old ball up in my chest plate. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll drink iced coffee from now on until I can get back into drinking normal coffee, my normal black coffee. So, yeah, minus that. That's the only bad thing I'm doing, minus the fruit juices and the veggie juices. Still doing my colon detox. I'm looking forward to starting, what was it? Saturday, I'm looking forward. No, Saturday? Monday? Excuse me. Saturday or Sunday, Monday. I think it's Monday. I go from the 8 a day and I'm going down to 4 a day and the 4 a day to 2 a day. So, but it is working. I'm still passing 2 forms of flukes. I am not passing any types of tapeworms, hookworms, whipworms. None of that. I seem to be passing a lot of flukes, the eggs and the adults. So, and I guess and I know it helps with the passing of the candida that's through your whole body, which is a plus because I know I had candida coccobacilla, and then candida. I know 2 forms of candida I have in my body. So I do know it's helping. I feel lighter. I feel more not so aired up and bloated and pressure and gassy and belchy. I don't have the luxury of being able to be belchy. So I can't just belch. I got to drink something to belch. But other than that, it is working for me. And then I take 4 charcoal before I go to bed. And then I restart the whole gut cleanse every day. But other than that, same day, same thing, different day. I still see the light. I'm still going towards it. I'm making sure I don't do stupid. I don't overexert myself, exhaust myself. I just do the excuse me, bare minimum until I get to a stable grounding, you know, the sorry, sucky, normal Lyme day. Once I get there, I know not to start doing stupid, otherwise I'll go backwards, and I don't want to go backwards. I also want to say next week, people, starting Monday, we should all start feeling the effects of the new full moon coming. The full moon, I think, is the 27th through the 29th, and we will start feeling that this coming week, Monday on to the full moon. So there's you a heads up on that. I hope I do not hurts or have die off too bad from it. I'm not going to get that lucky, but I can hope. Or because I used to only do it 2 days prior to the full moon, and then the day of the main full moon, and then I was good. But recently it's been a whole week of bad, and then the full moon, and then so it was back to back. We had a full moon, 27th, 28th, and 29th of last month. Then the 13th was a new moon. We all felt it. I felt it. And then now we got a full moon coming next weekend, not this weekend. So, yes, we're going to start feeling that full moon come Monday, and I will remind people. But mostly my prayers are still out for everybody and all the issues you dealt with. If you've had a bad day or bad night last night, hopefully you see some form of relief today. I am more praised because of the neurological medicine my friend has me on is really doing its justice for my brain. And like she said, within 3 to 4 days, you'll start seeing difference in the hot pins and needles. Definitely stopped yesterday afternoon. I just wish I'm waiting for this turmeric to kick in. Now I'm on a higher dose. So to deal with this poor leg, I want my leg healed. I just want my right leg healed because it's miserable walking with it. If I'm sitting, like right now, I got it sat. I'm sitting, but my leg is cocked up underneath the table with its pressure knee sock on it, and I'm constantly switching, tossing it to the right, tossing it to the left, lifting my foot up, lifting my foot down, stretching my leg out, hoping it disconnects, dislocates. you know, tightening my thigh muscle, my calf muscle to give some form of. But like I said, I've been having to sleep with the ice pack that Jamie gave me, which comes in so great from a freezer. I stick that thing for 12 hours in the freezer, and awesome. Stick it because of the weight and the coldness on top of my leg, a heating pad on low underneath. So I've got the best of both worlds, just so it'll ease it up. On top of that, with my compression knee sock on, my ankle compression sock on, because it affects my ankle too, and I deal with that. But other than that, I'm just waiting for the second neurological pill to kick in so the light switch comes back on and I'm not feeling like, okay, brain tab's shutting down, I'm done. But I'm not going to be out here much longer because I can feel it. It affects my lungs. The heat, the humidity really affects the breathing of my lungs. So, and you know, I'm sitting around all these trees that I'm allergic to. So I'm going to get back in the house. I'm going to put my eucalyptus in my humidifier. And because I have a friend, guys, by the way. I have a friend. I don't really know them that much. And they've got COPD stage 3. And so, and they've been watching my videos. They're a new subscriber and everything. So anybody who has lung issues or everything, I will say this. And my friend actually said it to me, even though I had already learned it. Putting eucalyptus, about 15 to 20 drops of eucalyptus in warm water. Warm water. It's got to be warm inside your humidifier. So put your warm water, lukewarm to hot, whichever. It's not like you're taking a bath in it. In your humidifier, and then about 15 to 20 drops of eucalyptus in it. You can also put like 5 drops of eucalyptus, 5 drops of peppermint or spearmint, and 5 drops of, what is it I put in there? There's another one, and lavender. So I put like 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of eucalyptus, peppermint. I think that's what I said. Eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender. Yeah, them are the main 3 I put in it. Like to get up to a total of 20 drops. And you can actually put some frankincense drops in it too for the clarity for your head. And let your humidifier run, but make sure it's lukewarm to hot water so it actually gets the oil mixed into it, and let that go through your house with people with COD or any form of breathing lung issues who have to use an inhaler or a humidifier or I've got it, I just can't even think what it's called. Inhaler, humidifier, nebulizer. It'll actually clear your air and make it easier for you to breathe in the house, because really with lung issues, you're really not supposed to be outside in the heat, or because it actually makes it worse. It makes it, you're breathing in bad stuff that weighs your lungs down. It makes it harder to breathe. So you do have to stay inside most of the time. And I do stupid and I go outside. I don't stay outside much, but I do go outside, because I am not for the whole facial mask thing. But put eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender, up in your warm water inside your humidifier, and let that run through your house, and that'll help you breathe easy. But you can all, and that's for the friend who is talking to me about that stuff, so you can easily do that, which I keep eucalyptus in my humidifier all the time, because I mean, I do have lung issues. I do have lung attacks where all of a sudden I feel like somebody's sitting in my lungs and I can't breathe, and then all hell breaks loose, because then I have a panic attack on top of it. So I keep my humidifier with warm water and eucalyptus most of the time, but you can do the peppermint, the spearmint, and the lavender to keep you calm and help you breathe and open up your lung airways. So other than that, it's same day, different thing. No, different day, same thing, different day. Except, like I said, I'm on the mends, but knowing Monday I'm going to start feeling the full moon. Can't win for losing, people. But I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm blessed. God gave me another day. My prayers are going to everybody. Keep hanging in, and I'll keep praying for every single one of you guys. I don't know what issues you might be having, but whatever they are, I'm going to pray for you all over, to have just overall some form of good moment, day, hour, week. Look for the silver lining. I think I messed that up. Look for your shimmy, your shake, your sprinkle, your sparkle, and find your silver lining. My silver lining today, the brain. The medicine she's got me on for my brain and my gut cleanse is still working good. And I'm flushing those buggers out. Other than that, God bless you guys. And until tomorrow, which will be Friday, hang in there and just take one breath at a time. Bye, guys.